So I want to do something different. What we're going to do is we're going to combine two videos that I would have made. So my rating for the event will be at the end of the video, and we're just going to talk about Star Rail for most of this video. Do I think Star Rail is better than Genshin? In some ways, and honestly, for playability, yeah. Because in Star Rail, you don't have to play for that long. It is very quick to just get everything done. They give you a whole bunch of resources just for like 10 minutes of gameplay. The daily commissions aren't like 5 minutes long, I would say. I don't know how long it actually takes me to do my daily commissions. I've never timed it. But I do know that in Star Rail, I can literally stay still for most of it. And they're basically the same game, just completely the same when it comes to summoning, but you get a free 5-star at 50, whereas in this game, you don't. As a veteran player, obviously, I have insane amounts of 5-stars, right? I think I have most of the 5-stars in the game now. Getting a free 5-star at the start of the game isn't really about getting a free 5-star. It's about the fact that you're getting treated better in the game at this point. You barely get anything in terms of resources compared to Genshin exploration. It is so much better for you in Genshin. But that takes a load of time. Like, I was grinding for hours upon hours on this new update to get Primo Gems for, Nilou, and it was so tough. Now, we have not seen what the events in Star Rail are going to look like. That's the huge thing that I'm waiting for, because once we see what the events are and like the gameplay loop, because people, if you don't consider events a part of the gameplay loop, you're kind of just dumb. I'm sorry, but it is literally solidified as a part of the gameplay loop in this game. People, whenever I say something about Genshin, saying like, oh, if they got rid of the gameplay loop, the game would be so much worse and it would be so awful to play. But then people will come back and be like, well, then that just shows the weakness of Genshin. And like, yeah, you just wouldn't do anything. So if events weren't in this game, people would not want to play it. Just outright, people just don't want to play Genshin if events are not in this game. There's no reason to log in other than to do your dailies. I mean, are you seriously wanting to do your daily commissions? No, that's why Star Rail improved upon them. It's just the treatment of the player, and the player's time is so much more like, yeah, we care about it, except for the worlds. Now, that is something we have to talk about. It takes legitimately an hour to defeat all the, like, a new world. Like, I've been unlocking the worlds in Star Rail. It takes a legitimate hour to do them. They do not. That is where all the time goes. Genshin, yeah, sure, you can sit down and record. Like, I've recorded Spiral Abyss for an hour, but that's on certain teams when I'm trying to do a showcase for a team rather than, throw my Raiden at it, throw my Ito at it. There, we beat the Spiral Abyss completely. No, they don't respect your time at all when it comes to the worlds, because it takes an hour no matter what you're doing. Unless you are extremely overleveled, one-shotting everything, it takes an hour to do, which is awful. So personally, I don't like doing that. I hate going into the worlds. Like, I just stopped attempting them for a while, and I attempted World 4, and then I died at the last boss, because, I was just not strong enough, and he destroyed all my characters. Because I believe the last boss was like 52, so I'm just going to go back at it with level 60 characters and destroy it, wipe it out. Yeah, for worlds, it's very annoying to do the worlds. Like, if you're doing Genshin on the go and you only have a certain amount of time, yeah, that's just not going to be fun, right? That you just logging in for an entire hour to do the worlds, not fun. I imagine a lot of people aren't going to do them, and they are, like, crucial to artifacts, basically. Artifacts are from the worlds, which, by the way, you don't actually have to do the entire world. I should bring that up. You don't have to do the entire thing. But most likely, you're going to want to at least complete it because they have pretty good rewards. So, like I said again, the rewards in Star Rail. We're getting like a free C6 Herta, and Herta's not that good from what I can tell and from what I can hear of everybody, so it makes sense that she's free. But Herta is just like so free. Like, you just complete worlds. I think I have already C3, and that's from, me pulling, I think, 2? Possibly. I think I might have pulled 2 of her. But it's like, a free C6 Cole. Like, we don't get that. She may not be the best character in the game, but hey, she's still a character. We don't get a free C6 4-star. We get one free 4-star, like, every year. Not really. We get a couple free 4-stars. But In Genshin, we don't have something like that. It's not like if we complete Spiral Abyss, we get a free C6 4-star. And this isn't counting the Traveler, because they do the same thing with the Traveler that they do with Genshin, right? The Traveler and, well, Trailblazer in Star Rail is the same, almost exactly. So it's just the rewards that we get in Star Rail are just so much better. And it's like, this game is more generous already. So I'm very curious to see what their first anniversary looks like. I imagine, you know, it's not gonna be too good. Like, once again, Genshin is notorious at this point. Honkai Impact third, you know, they're still giving out pretty weak rewards compared to other games. Is Honkai Star Rail better than Genshin? It just depends on what you're into. If you seriously need a huge open world like this massive open world that you barely ever explore, I'm gonna be real. What's the last time you've just gone into Genshin to go explore? I mean, I'll give it some points, at least for Genshin right now. Listen, when you're exploring this area first, it's good, right? It's fine. But when you're actually doing this, like all this desert stuff, when's the last time you actually went back? All these caves are so annoying. Honestly, I will not be upset if Fontaine has no caves whatsoever. I don't like it. I do not like it. The caves are so annoying to do because they all have convoluted ways to get into them. There's always like an entrance and then you can go in and get the cave, but then you somehow miss something, so you have to go all the way back inside the cave. This is like 7 caves stacked on top of each other. I'm not joking. Under this pyramid is actually the worst. This is probably the reason why I hate caves so much, because they stacked so many caves on top of each other. This wasn't so bad. Like, I 100%ed this. I 100%ed it. It's completely done. But this, 96, 100, 87, like, I do not want to go to, like, over here, because it's just a whole bunch of convoluted caves. I don't like it. I really don't like it, because it's so hard to find out where everything is and where to go. In terms of exploration, Genshin Impact has honestly gotten pretty tedious. As the open world game it's advertised as, yeah, sure, it's open world, but sometimes I just wish open world was not as open. Well, no, I wish it was more open. How do I say it? I don't like the caves. That's the number one thing. I just don't like them. As soon as they added all the caves, really just not fun. Like, the enjoyment of exploration dipped so hard. Like, I enjoyed Inazuma. Like, I'm gonna be real. Inazuma was great. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that they had so much story stuff locked behind, which is another thing. Genshin is constantly locking exploration through story and, like, side quests. And I'm like, I don't want to go do that. I really do not want to go do that. Why am I forced to go do that? I don't want to go through a 7-hour long story quest that I don't read through at all whatsoever. So, hopefully, if Star Rail gets some pretty good events, we could see the opinion for Star Rail being better than Genshin almost like 100% for me. But right now, I'm leaning towards Star Rail being better just to play overall. But Genshin right now, just even with, like, the new Fontaine area, I'm gonna be real, I'm not excited. Because if they have exploration with caves and, you know, they're adding underwater too, and if there's an oxygen meter, like, there's so much stuff to worry about with Fontaine. I am not ready. Like, I don't want to explore Fontaine. I don't have to, right? I don't have to. I've never had to go explore this stuff. But in order to get free Primo Gems, you kind of have to. It's not as easy as it was once before when we were going through Mondstadt and it was like, oh yeah, let's go get all the chests. Like, really, it just sort of drains you, like, with the caves and stuff. I'm gonna click this underground map that I believe some fan provided, and they were like, yeah, yoink, sort of. They probably asked the fan, but let's look over here, the underground map. Look at the cave system that they put here. So this, like, look at the caves over here, right? They're all spread out. They're really spread out. It's fine. Well, this one kind of not so, but you can tell that these are 2 different caves, right? And, you know, this is a straight and, like, narrow path. It's completely fine. I'm actually, this is okay. And also, I'm pretty sure this is another like part of this cave. Like, this is another problem. Look at this. I don't know, is this the cave that's over here also? Because I'm pretty sure there was some weird thing where I'm like, I need some chest over here, and I could not get into this place for a life of me. Look, this is like 7 caves stacked on top of each other. What is this? This is actually this is bad design, Genshin. I'm sorry, but this is just bad. I do not know how to get through this door right here. There's a door that is able to be opened. Well, not that door, but there's a door that's like here that should be able to be opened, but you can't get through it. I don't know how to get through it, right? And then you have all these cave entrances. Where does this go? They're all overlapping. It's just actually like awful to explore. And
one eternity later.
So yeah, that's when open world comes back to bite this game in the butt. Like, it actually really hurts the game to be open world at that point. But like I said, the real problem with Genshin is the fact that they don't seem to treat their players well. Like, this anniversary, we got 20 summons. I'm hoping that the 3rd anniversary is a little bit better, which honestly, we're actually approaching the 3rd anniversary quite soon. So it's the 28th of September is when we should see some news, which is only, what, how many months away? 3? 5. It is 5 months away. And that'll be, we're halfway through until the next anniversary. I'm hoping we get 30 summons. If we go up by 10 or 10 summons every single anniversary, by the 4th anniversary, I would say the rewards are at least good, considering we're getting half a 5-star. Like, at that point, we look forward to it. The only problem is, I hope they also give us some content. Giving us content is great, and I would love them to do that. And they also increased the Primo Gym count, because I've been asking this for like 2 years now. Please, the Primo Gym count for these events is not that good. But we don't know anything about the events in Genshin or Star Rail yet, so that's going to be a huge deciding factor. We'll have to see what the first couple of events look like on Star Rail. 3 days, and we're going to be having Jing Yuan's banner. I think is what his name is. I have no idea. I haven't looked into him that much. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That's probably going to be next week's video. I hope this video, I was trying to make this video sort of count as, you know, Star Rail and Genshin Impact because I'm on a time constraint today. So yes, in terms of this event and what I would give it, that's like a 7 out of 10. Like, actually, no, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Like, it really nothing too spectacular. Like, they used the Sorosh, but we had already used that. It would have been different if they gave us this event immediately. It would have been different if this event was first in this update, but we've had this update now for like, what? We've had it for like 32 days? Yeah, I'm not exactly too enamored with Sorosh anymore. I did all my exploration I needed with him. He's a cool gadget. It's no longer, it's lost its novelty in a month. Like, it was cool, but then you lost me when Sorosh doesn't actually let you go places. You're limited on a range. It's not fun. So yeah, it just sort of killed my mood on Sorosh entirely. To keep this video short, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.